Hello there! Welcome to Mad Titan Training. You know the spiel. If you're new here, or if this is your second or third or 10th video, like the video, subscribe. Watch all the other videos, including the long ones. You might learn a thing or two because they really get good at the end. Because I'll do like these long form videos, and then at the very end I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, the whole point of all this.
I wish you could just shut your big yapper!
So today we're going to talk about how to lose weight without going on a diet. Something that a whole lot of you are going to be excited to hear about, right? Because you're like, oh man, I want to lose weight, but I don't want to do the work and I don't want to stop eating this food.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
Pizza longer than 17 football fields, using about 17,700 pounds of dough and 3,900 pounds of mozzarella.
Especially with the holidays coming up, a whole lot of you are probably thinking, I'm going to gain all this weight. So how do we lose it without having to go on some strict diet? Well, let me tell you. Weight loss is all a mathematical equation. That's it. It's all it is. Weight loss is just calories in versus calories out. If you eat 3,500 calories today and you go exercise and burn off 3,500 calories today, you're at a net. You're pretty much evened out. You're at zero. But actually, because your heart rate, your heart beating, your lungs, your brain, they all burn calories. Your digestion, they all burn calories. So you actually would lose weight if you were to balance that equation to such an extent.
Perfectly balanced, this whole thing should be.
The point that I was getting at with that, though, is that technically speaking, it doesn't matter what you eat. Technically, it doesn't matter what you eat. You could have 3,500 calories in Kit Kat bars, or you could have 3,500 calories in protein shakes. Now, caveat, the protein shake will burn a few more calories in order to digest. So that's not changing the law of thermodynamics. It just means that your body, as I mentioned, digestion is a part of the caloric burning process. Your body just needs a few more calories in order to get rid of that. Hey there. I was editing this video and I realized that statement regarding how many calories are burnt during digestion is a bit vague. So let me expound upon the thermic effect of food very quickly while you watch this very satisfying footage. 20 to 30% of calories from nothing but protein are going to burn during the digestion process. So between 200 and 300 for every 1,000. 5 to 10% of your calories from carbs are going to burn during digestion. So, between 50 and 100. And 0 to 3% of your calories from fats. So 0 to about 30. So there's more. There's a little bit more that you have to take in when you consider this. It does seem like a big gap, but when you eat chicken, does have a lot of protein, but it also has a lot of fat. When you eat steak, it actually has more calories from fat than protein. So it balances out. Balance. And also, if you consider exercise activity such as mostly cardio, you are going to burn carbs at a much faster rate than you're going to burn the other two. So this might be for another video about calories not being equal to each other but being similar, and how different forms of exercise balance the equation of what macronutrients matter the most. But hey, I just thought that was a vague statement and I should elaborate. So you are elaborated upon. I hope you feel better, because I sure as hell do. 1,000 calories is 1,000 calories. What weighs more? A ton of bricks or a ton of feathers? They both weigh a ton. Technically speaking, you don't need a diet. All you gotta do is track your calories. If your intake is 2,000 a day, which is a pretty average intake for somebody, and you drink 2,000 calories a day worth of deep fryer grease, don't do that. Or if you eat 2,000 calories a day worth of broccoli, you still only had 2,000 calories. 2,000 calories of broccoli would like fill this room. So much fucking broccoli. It's unreal. But that's not really the point of the video, is it? That's for a different video. But let me just reel us in, back down to reality.
How can we get back on the right track?
Let's say you have a Kit Kat bar, the small one. I know, because I bought one the other day, and it was 250-ish calories. And a soda, which I've noticed they hover between 200 and 300 calories for a regular pop, or Coke, or Pepsi, whatever. You're looking at about 500 calories. If you go back to my 10 minutes to get shredded workout video, go ahead and go back to it. Check it out. You go back to that video, and I discuss how many calories you can burn in a 10-minute workout, a high-intensity interval workout, which is pretty fucking hard. You burn about 150 calories in about 10 minutes. So just a Kit Kat bar and a pop, which is a snack that a lot of people just, America. We're in America. That's what we do. We just eat shit. McRibs, right? McDonald's. And just for the pop and a Kit Kat bar, two of my vices, they're things I had to kick because, God, I love Kit Kat bars. I could do a whole video on them. It would take you about 30 minutes to burn those off. I'm guessing at 500 calories, 30 minutes is gonna burn you about 450. High intensity interval cardio, you're probably not gonna be able to do genuine high intensity interval cardio for 30 minutes. The idea of high intensity interval cardio is that it's so fucking hard that you can't do it for 30 minutes. If you wanted to go for a run, you're gonna have to run about 5 miles if you're 150 pounds. If you're 300 pounds, you have to run about 2.5 miles. If you're in the middle at 200, average 225 pounds, you're gonna have to run about 4 miles. That's a snack. So you're gonna have breakfast, you're gonna have dinner, you're gonna have lunch, whatever. Technically speaking, though, no, you don't need to diet. Point being that it can be all junk food. Just watch how much of it you eat. You gotta learn how to monitor that shit. You gotta learn how not to eat so much. You gotta learn how to eat food that's more filling. A Kit Kat bar, this big, the little one, and a pop, not gonna fill you up. But like I said, go ahead and look up how much 2,000 calories of broccoli is. Now, I'm not saying just eat broccoli. Fuck that. That sounds awful. You don't need to be on some special diet. You don't need to be like, oh, I'm gonna do Atkins. Does anybody do Atkins anymore? I don't think they do. Ooh, I'm gonna do keto. That's the new one. New keto. I'm gonna do keto. You don't need to. You don't need to. Keto is just a way of monitoring your calories. You should just eat for your goals. Eat a moderate amount. Eat close to what your baseline is. Find your baseline. Nobody knows what it is. Everybody says, this calculator will find it. No, it won't. No, it won't. Nope. Nobody knows what you need to eat. No trainer can tell you what you need to eat for calories. It's just an educated guess. All of it's an educated guess based on height, weight, activity, blah, 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 blah. Whatever your baseline is, if you're doing a lot of activity that day, you can bump them up a little bit. If you're just sitting on your ass all day, maybe you should bump it down a little bit. But that's it. That's the secret. You don't need to diet. And you shouldn't. Because dieting usually leads to falling off the wagon. Just eat how much you should eat and leave it at that. Please like this video. Share this video with all or both of your friends or your friend. Subscribe to the goddamn channel because I got to get them subs up. I have spoken. This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.